Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda
Nithyanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrusham Tattvamasyadhilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyananda, I welcome all the participants of the Paramashivoham program to today's power manifestation session. The darshan that we just received of Bhagavan Paramashiva, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the amazing darshan. It was so wonderful. All of you can share your experience, your message, what you would like to share to Swamiji, to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism about the darshan, how you felt during the darshan. What are the powerful cognitions? What are the powers that you manifested during the darshan? You can take a few moments to share your experience. That was so beautiful. The darshan was just so amazing. Every time it's a beautiful experience. It's a different experience that each and every one of us experience during the darshan and through the darshan. Now, please take the next few minutes to share your experience, what you experienced during today's darshan, how you manifested the powerful cognitions, what you have experienced. Please go ahead, take a few moments and share your experience with everyone.
Yes, as the Supreme Founder of Hinduism, blessed all the participants with the healer's initiation and the blessings for sculpting their own bodies. Fittingly, we are going to continue manifesting the power of changing the body height of ourselves and others. Yes.
So this is a wonderful manifestation that we have seen so many different times. So now please sit with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. We are going to be entering into the manifestation itself. Those of us who are posting the comments of your experience, please finish that.
Yes, Lingo Bhavan is sharing. When Swamiji said, stay unclutched, my arm felt a kind of vibration. Very beautiful. Thank you for sharing your personal experience here in the chat. Yes, with this, let us get ready for the power manifestation.
Please sit with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. We are going to be manifesting the power of Mahima, that you're going to be increasing the size of your body, increasing the height of your own body. So let us now initially measure the height of our body so we can increase the height and then remeasure and check the manifestation that has happened. So please take the next few minutes to verify the manifestation. Sorry, to take the initial readings of the height before we enter the manifestation.
One way you can measure your height is by simply sticking a piece of paper to a wall with some sticky tape, and with a pencil and a book, you can mark on that sheet of paper the height that you have before the power manifestation. And then after the power manifestation, you can again measure yourself, drawing a second line, and then you can even measure the distance between the two lines and discern how much your body height has increased. Let's take a few moments and do the preliminary steps for this power manifestation. You can even declare how much you want to increase your height or decrease your height if you want to change your height in the opposite direction. Feel free to declare the scale of how much you want to change your body height.
You can declare how much ever you want. There is no specific declaration that you need to do. You can make a declaration of increasing it by 1 feet or how much ever you want to. It is your own declaration, how much you want to manifest this power. So this is one of the great powers that Lord Hanuman himself has manifested and demonstrated during the epic of Ramayana to rescue Sita, Devi Sita, from Lanka in the captivity of Ravana. So this is one of the powers that Lord Hanuman has manifested multiple times. And not only Lord Hanuman, many different Hindu Puranas, Hindu history, historic stories in Hinduism have proven these powers exist and existing even now, which we have received the initiation for. So let us now begin the power manifestation. Sit with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line once you've completed the measurement. Sit in a comfortable position. Best recommended posture would be to sit with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line in the lotus posture with your legs crossed in the Padmasana. Lotus posture is the Padmasana. Please cross your legs into the Padmasana if you can. If you cannot, you can sit in any comfortable position. It's fine. You can sit on a sofa or a chair, or if you can sit on the ground, that is fine as well. Close your eyes. Visualize the darshan that we just received, the darshan that we just received of Jwarabhagna Murti, that form of Paramashiva, that form of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Visualize intensely in your third eye. Chant the Mahavakya now. You can chant the Mahavakya out aloud or internally within yourself as well. Begin the chanting of Mahavakya. Intensely chant the Mahavakya now. Keep your eyes closed. Intensely declare the height that you want to increase. How much you want to increase now. Just close your eyes. Declare that this is the height that you want to increase it by. And request Swamiji to make it happen. Just request Paramashiva. Let this increase in height happen. And then once you make this request, just let the manifestation happen. Keep your eyes closed, sit back, and just let the manifestation happen. Continue to chant the Mahavakya and keep yourself established in that space of oneness with Swamiji Paramashiva. Let us manifest this power for the next 3 minutes. Please begin now.
Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Now, please relax. You can open your eyes and relax now. You have successfully manifested the power of Mahima, increasing the height of your own body. Now, go back to the measuring that you took initially, the initial reading of the body height that you measured. You can go back to that measuring and re-measure your height now to see the increase in height of your body. So let's take a few minutes now to quickly measure our heights and then move on to the next step. So please go to the measuring that you initially took and let us measure the height difference that has happened from the initial and the final. And you can let us know how much you have increased your body height by in the Zoom chat and in the YouTube chat. So please take a few moments to quickly measure your height. So this power manifestation, you can manifest it permanently as well as temporarily. So how much ever you want to increase it by, it increases. And if you do not want to stay in that height, you can again go back to whatever you initially were. And the same goes with even decreasing the height. If you want to decrease the height and not stay that small, you can again manifest it to your original height again. So these power manifestations are manifested from that space of oneness, meaning you are established in that space of oneness while you manifest these powers. So only when you are established in that space of oneness, you are able to manifest these powers. When Swamiji manifests through your body, which is the space of oneness, which we are in right now, immediately after the darshan. That is why it is very important to manifest these powers immediately after darshan, as we are in that space. We are already excited. We are established in that space of oneness with Swamiji, with Paramashiva. So it is really important that we manifest the powers now more than ever. So as we have successfully manifested, please take the next few moments to see, check and manifest.
Yes, we have some comments in the chat here. Vishwanathan says you can see some difference. Great. So you successfully manifested the power. You should celebrate that, because this is an expression of the oneness space with Swamiji. Successfully manifesting the power will permanently leave this trace in your very nervous system. You should continuously manifest the powers and establish yourself in the space more and more. You will see playfully the power will strengthen itself, and you will be naturally able to perform it in your day-to-day life.
I think we have a few more comments.
Oh yeah, some are coming. I saw some difference too from Ma Lalita Gabriela and Satya Srinivasa. Also can see the difference. Amazing.
That's really good. So many people have been manifesting these powers now. And the only thing that you need to do is intensely practice this every day. Make power manifestation as your daily life. Use it for, if you're a student in your school, for your studies, for, activities in your school. If you're working in your work to make your work easier for yourself. If you're a doctor, if you're an engineer, if you're in any field, this power manifestation will be useful for you. Just you need to do is just implement it every year, once in a while. Just playfully, just use these powers. That is all you need to do. So make sure to manifest these powers again and again, as that is what is going to establish you in that space of oneness.
Yes, along with these powers, also the powerful cognitions will manifest. See, when you can increase your height, you can also increase the size of your bank account. You can move objects. When you can move the objects on your palm, you can also move the obstacles out of the way when you want to manifest something. Like this, more and more you will get powerful in every situation in your day-to-day life, and you will not fall into the powerless space when you just understand that your consciousness has the power over everything.
Yes, and that is the most important part here. When you can manifest the powers, you can manifest anything that you want in your life. So whenever you're manifesting the power, you can also visualize an obstacle that you have and just move that obstacle away from your life. You can just roll that obstacle and it will not be an obstacle for you anymore in your life. That is the sole purpose of all of these power manifestations and powerful cognitions, to manifest more and more Paramashiva, to manifest what you want in your life. Yes, so with this, we will be moving on to the next segment of today's session. Those of us who are still sharing our experiences on social media, you can take the next few moments to quickly finish sharing as we enter into the next segment.
Yes. We are going to learn about how guilt is connected to the shine that we carry in our body. The physical expression of this emotion. We're going to listen to the sharings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, as we're going to enter into a short video segment.
Yes. These revelations are the direct revelations from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, when how we need to establish ourselves in that space, how we need to complete ourselves and get out of all of those patterns that you carry in your life. So it is really important that you sit with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line in that space of Upanishad, sitting at the feet of the master, sitting at the feet of the guru. In that space of listening is what is the meaning of Upanishad. Sit in that space of Upanishad now with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line in that space of absolute listening, and let us listen to the great truths revealed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism now. Please sit in that space of listening.
Just a month ago, before I started my trip, maybe 1.5 months ago, one lady, she came to meet me. She was having 20 years of psoriasis, skin disease. She said, I have tried all possible medications, Swamiji. Please help me, do something and help me. I was sitting and speaking to her. When I was speaking, I was able to identify, find out, she has got a deep self-condemnation. She has got a deep self-condemnation and low self-esteem about herself. After speaking to her, I just gave her a small suggestion. Please stand in front of mirror and shout at yourself, scream at yourself for 15 minutes a day. This is what I gave. Stand in front of mirror for 15 minutes and shout, scream as much as possible on you. Bring out the anger, the violence, self-condemnation which you have on yourself. I told her, shout, bring it out, express it, vomit it out, finish it off. Of course, naturally she said, no, how can I do all these things? I am already in depression and disturbed mood. You are telling me to do something impractical. Swamiji, don't tell all these things. I told her, please try just for 21 days. I am not asking More, just 15 minutes, 21 days. You are suffering 20 years. Why not give me 20 days? She said, all right, I'll try. I just told her, stand in front of mirror, feel as if you are going to jump out of your skin, shout, scream as much as possible, condemn yourself as much as possible, shout at yourself as much as possible, bring all the negativity out and throw away. You will be surprised, you will be shocked. We have recorded medically, 15th day she was totally healed. In 15 days she is totally healed and it never came back. Of course, she says, in these 20 years, not even one day her skin has become alright. Even if she takes strong medication, she will only feel a little bit of development, never a total cure. Now, without any medication, without any medicine, just by meditation, totally she has been healed. This is a technique from Sufism. The technique which I gave her is from Sufism. Totally she has been healed. Difficult to believe. But like the same way, thousands and thousands of cases were recorded. Actually, skin disease is nothing but a byproduct of self-condemnation and low self-esteem. Same way, we have thousands of written testimonials, written letters and medical reports for the power of meditation to cure the sicknesses physically. Of course, mentally, there is no need even for any testimonial. If you just practice, you will understand. To know the apple is tasty, you don't need any testimonial or certificate. Have a bite, you will understand. To know the meditation cures mental sicknesses. Meditation makes you feel the well-being inside your mind. You don't need to believe, just have a bite. Then you will realize what miracles meditation does. It gives you a deep fulfillment. Not only health, deep fulfillment.
Here to give the experience. One more thing. I've always seen a deep inferiority complex in all teachers. Teachers suffer with inferiority complex. To hide their inferiority complex only they start teaching. See, when you are teaching, you can show you are a big guy. Really, it's a big addiction. You don't know. It's a big addiction. Be very clear. Teaching gives you a big strength. You feel you become a big guy. Your ego is strengthened when you teach. That is the reason you will find thousands and thousands of teachers but not a single student. Be very clear. Never think people who are sitting in front of the teacher they are students. No. They are learning just to become a teacher. They are not students. They are just waiting to catch that seat. You can't directly catch the seat. You need to know something. So just for that, they put up with the teacher's teachings. Anyhow, all right, tell whatever you want. I will have to sit in that chair. For that, I also need to repeat all these things. Let me listen. Students are polite. They relax, keep quiet so that they can start their turn. That's all. Never think somebody is a student just because he is sitting in front of the teacher. All teaching is just pure ego game. He is trying to show his greatness and student is just waiting so that he can show his greatness to somebody else. He is just putting up with the teachings. so that when time comes, he can start. That is why I've always seen, the moment class is over, people go back to their house and start teaching. If you digested, you will never feel like opening the mouth. I've seen, even when people listen, in the mind they take notes. I should go and tell this to my mother-in-law. I should go and tell this to my father-in-law. I should go and tell this to my friends. I should go and tell this to my wife. Of course, you can't tell your wife, that is different. At least I should go and tell this to my husband. You just develop your intellect so that you can use it on your family and friends. And you just use all these teachings to support what you want to express. What do you want to express? And one more thing, I have seen people sharpening their intellect with my teachings and using it to fulfill their wishes. Whenever they couldn't get something out of somebody, they will start using these teachings in their own form. In the mind, they will have all the notes. Whatever is said, when they go back, they will manipulate as they want and use it to get what they want. Let it be very clear. That's the reason here Shiva is not interested in giving any teachings. He's straight. I think he doesn't want to contribute to the already existing confusions.
Help you in thousands of ways. First thing, the guilt-free life is nothing but heaven. It is just heaven. Now, as on now, anything you do, you have a guilt. Even if there is nothing bad or nothing wrong is going to happen, that incident, you know very clearly nothing bad is going to happen. Even then you have a small itching sensation, irritation feeling. Irritation is the son of guilt. Guilt only gives birth to the irritation. Irritative feeling, a dull feeling, all these things are disciples of guilt. When you have guilt, all these things will be following you. Almost guilt makes you a schizophrenia. Daytime you are a different personality, nighttime you are a different personality. Both can meet and merge with each other. Both can share their views with each other. Guilt is the thick wall, the china wall between you and your night life. You and your other personality. Almost every one of us got night life separately, day life separately. Your being is just cut into half. You are just separated. You behave one way in the front, one way in the back. You live one way in the society, one way when you are alone. Guilt is the wall which makes you not to meet yourself. Whenever some thought, the so-called immorality, when it arises, immediately you suppress it with the guilt. If you have a little bit of courage to face it, to allow that to come up, then you will see the same thought. If it is right, it will be materialized. If it is wrong, it will become nothing. It will simply disappear. But you don't have so much of patience or consciousness. You just want to press everything. You just want everything to be controlled. You just want everything to be under your control. You see, it's like your kids are playing in your bedroom. Of course, when they play in your bedroom, it is nothing less than hell. They make hell. Suddenly some guest has come. What you do? Immediately you put the screen, lock the door, cover the whole bedroom. You don't let them go into that room at all, near that room at all. The same way, inside, there is a portion in your being which is totally dirty. Not even actually dirty, so-called dirt. When the kids play, it is not that, it has become dirty. Just if you spend 10 minutes, you can put the things back and everything will become alright. But for the sake of emergency, what you do? You just lock it, finish. Same thing you do with your personality also. To show it to the society, you just lock that portion, you never open it. Because you have not opened for a long time, it starts getting smelled. It just becomes like a wound. Guilt is the gate, or guilt is the screen with which you cover everything. Let us work on the guilt. It just expands. We are going to work on the next layer. The guilt, the greatest enemy. Many people come and tell me, Swamiji, my wife is caught by the ghost. My husband is caught by the ghost. Or my son-in-law is being possessed by some spirit. Actually, the greatest ghost or greatest devil, the greatest spirit which can possess the people is the guilt. There is no other spirit, no other evil, no other devil, no other ghost except this guilt. The guilt is the greatest ghost which has caught everybody. Don't think somebody is having the guilt and somebody is not having. Everybody. You may be thinking, see, I have done only one small mistake. After all, one murder. For this itself, I am feeling so guilt. And I have seen the criminals who have done so many things, so many murders and so many criminal activities. They all don't feel guilt at all. You may be thinking in your mind, they are all quite happy, they are all quite comfortable, just moving around, enjoying the life. But you do not know how much of guilt each one has got. He will be having his own guilt. So never think only you have guilt and somebody else is not having. Everyone has got the guilt. Let us work into the guilt. G-U-I-L-T. Let it become G-I-L-L-T.
What I say, creating morality out of understandings. As long as they are understandings, they are nectar for your life. They create a tremendous intelligence in your life. The moment they are reduced to a superstitious belief, the moment they are reduced as a morality, they create deep guilt in you, and the guilt is the sure killer of intelligence. According to me, guilt is the worst killer of intelligence. Guilt will never let you move in your life. One small incident. One of our devotee, she had a tumor in the end of the spinal cord, the root chakra, the Muladhara chakra. For 20 years she suffered. She came to me complaining, Swamiji, please help me, heal me. I am suffering with this tumor for so many years. And she says, even after surgery, it again comes back. She even underwent surgery, but it came back. I started talking to her slowly to trace the origin of the problem. Finally, she opened up and started weeping. She said, I asked her, do you have any guilt related to your sex energy? She slowly opened up and started weeping. She said she was abused when she was very young. When she was a kid, she was sexually abused. One of her own close relatives exploited her for so many years. And that guilt stayed with her. And she says, I started hating the very portion of my body. that part of my body itself I started hating. I started feeling that part of the body should not exist in my body. I started feeling that's different from my body. That is not my being. My hatred towards that person has turned towards my own body. When you start hating some action, you start hating that part of the body also. My hatred has become so deep. Swamiji, that is the root. I was speaking to her, slowly she opened up and she wept, and when she confessed, when she brought the guilt out, I was talking to her, she came out of the guilt and she was psychologically healed. And I was explaining how this is a usual thing which is happening. Now they say 1 in the 4 are getting sexually abused, especially in America. I read a report just the other day. 1 in 4. Of course, kids don't open up and kids don't tell you. Anyhow, when she was psychologically healed, when I explained the nature of all these things, you will be surprised. I can tell only one thing, it's a truth. What I am telling you is a truth. In 10 days, simply tumor disappeared. I gave a small meditation technique to meditate on the area. I told her, express your anger towards him. Weep, shout, cry. Just close the doors, be in a separate room, and take a pillow, think of him, beat, shout, cry, throw your anger out, and after that, sit silently and feel that part of your body, that part is also your body. Stop hating that part of your body. You will be surprised. Just a simple technique. 10 days, tumor disappeared, never came back. Never came back. I don't know, little difficult to understand, but truth.
First of all, you create a very disempowering, inadequate cognition about you, and then you feel shy about it, and then you create an alternative compensating cognition, and you spend your whole life defending the alternative compensating cognition, which is your outer image. Till the end, you never feel satisfied because you feel the guilt you showed, which is not true, without realizing your true identity is much, much, much more than which you can imagine and show. Whole life ends in deep incompletion, and your trial and error methods you do with the incompletions. Understand this example. You are actually rich, but suddenly, for some reason, you fell into the coma and forgot the bank account number and password and the amount of money you had, $10 billion you had in Swiss bank. You forgot all the details. And you wake up and feel you are poor, but you wanted to project yourself as a rich to the world. So you go on trying hard, struggling with your whole life, just to project as an alternative, compensating cognition, outer image. I am rich, I am rich, I am rich. Your whole life goes in proving that. Suddenly before death again you fall into the coma and remember that you had so many $1 billion in this bank, in this country. This is the account number and password. But now nothing can be done. You are dying. This is exactly is your life. If you complete now, first thing, you will realize the alternative compensative cognition is a lie and it will melt down. Second thing, your disempowering cognition about yourself, that will melt down. Third, you will realize your original self is much more than what you projected as your outer image, alternative, compensating cognition. And you will have complete easiness between what you feel as you and what you show as you and what you are as you. Completion melts down all the obstructions. The obstructions for your realizations are like mountains, heap of mountains, but the process of completion and completing can melt down even the mountains of incompletions. So complete with everything. Especially with this right context, the context of enlightenment. Understand, this completion is used in many traditions by many teachers, gurus, psychiatrists. But the context in which I am using is totally different. Here I am giving completion to completion. This completion will give completion to your completion. Please understand. This is the answer for many questions I received. Knowing that you can never live in the present moment takes away the great guilt which is created in you by the wrong practice, wrong sadhana. Try to live in present moment. Till you die, you will not be able to live. That's the first thing. Second important thing, by remembering whether you are thinking about the past or the future, you are in the present. You are living in the present from this moment. Whenever you want to live in the present, just remember, wow, I am thinking about my past but in present. I am thinking about my future but in present. One devotee is writing, yes, I know, I am living in the present, even if I think about past, but what to do? I had a past did happen. Okay, nothing wrong. Please understand, if you are suffering because you are constantly thinking about the past, you will have suffering. But if you remember, yes, past did happen, it's okay. Now I am thinking about that in present only. Because I think about the past, it is not the thing that I am lost in the past. No. Past happened, but I am in present. It's already gone. Past is like a water left your feet. If you are sitting in the river, the water left your feet, even if it is dirty, you are not going to be disturbed. The water which is coming, if that is also dirty, you are not going to be disturbed. The water which is at your feet, if that is dirty, only then you are going to be disturbed. So knowing the past and the future is happening in the present, you are free. You are in the present. I can say it's a technique for instant enlightenment. First thing, whether you are thinking about past or thinking about the future, remember you are in the present. Immediately you will see the load of the past and the future will not be there on you. Yes, I am thinking about what I did yesterday. I am thinking what I am going to do tomorrow in present. A sudden shift in your whole energy flow and experience. I tell you, when you complete, do not have apologetic mood. Do not feel the guilt. You have done something wrong. No. Because if you feel guilty, you will not go through all the past and complete. Because even one or two will make you so tired, you will be agitated, irritated. You will think, what is this? Why should I think? So you will develop a subtle hatred towards completion. You will never sit for completion sessions. How many of you feel, listen, bored or tired, don't want to sit for completion? Raise your hand. All of you need to know, you are only having a deep guilt about past. You should know you have not done something wrong in the past, but listen, you have not done anything wrong in the past, but it was just inadequate cognition. You expecting you should have the adequate cognition from the childhood is impractical expectation in this society. Then you should have become my Gurukul child. In the society you can't expect to have a complete cognition. You can't expect society to allow you to continue to have a complete cognition. A child is allowed to have a complete cognition only in my Gurukul. And if you just allow the complete cognition, full brain of a child to be functioning, helping the child, encouraging the child to learn, so beautiful. So beautiful. So first thing you need to understand is, completion is not feeling guilty about your past, remembering your past inadequate cognition and completing it so that decisions and patterns you developed during inadequate cognition does not need to continue to exist in your present inner space and affect your life now. If you are bored, unhappy, don't want to sit for completion, be very clear. You are not completing, you are just sitting with your past guilt and just brooding over. Just brooding over. Listen and understand. Completion is not apologizing. Same way when you are completing with others, don't be in the apologetic mood. You are not apologizing. Sometimes apologizing may happen. See, many times, only if you feel powerless, if you fall into the powerless mode, you apologize. Don't fall into powerless mode. Sit powerfully. Remember very clearly, when you had those powerless moments, some part of you have been stuck with others. Now you are reclaiming those parts. That's all. For example, if I had a fight with my elder brother when I was 6, and still that memory is there in me, that fear is there in me, that feeling is there in me, means still that 6-year-old child is influencing me. So all I am trying to do is I am liberating myself from that fear pattern which I created at the age of 6, which happened due to fighting with my brother. I am not now going and apologizing to my brother. Oh, sorry, that time I beat you. Now I apologize. No. You may apologize in some time, but completion itself is not just apologizing. It is like making the other person understand and making yourself understand that fighting in the young age created a strong, fearful, powerless pattern in you, which is responsible for still you struggling, suffering with a wrong cognition, improper, inadequate cognition. Completion means shifting the cognition from an inadequate cognition which is restrictive to an expansive cognition which expands you and the other person. I tell you, completion brings integrity in you, completion brings authenticity in you, completion brings responsibility in you, completion brings enriching in you, completion brings listening in you, completion brings completion in you. Completion is tapas, completion is yajna, completion is puja, completion is kriya, completion is homa, completion is jnana, completion is bhakti, completion is yoga, completion is completion. Completion in every level, completion in every step, completion in every way. Completion is Shraddha, completion is Shraddha. Completion is Tapa. Completion is Puja.
Yes, Nithyananda. Let us now move into an exercise. As we have learned about how guilt is directly connected to the shine on our skin, let us manifest the shine on the skin, the radiance, the tejas that shines through the skin. First, start writing separately, express it. The first guilt is always sexual on the sex layer. The guilt which is created by the parents and the family. The guilt which is created by the society. I find the neighbor attractive. Is that okay to think like that? The very direct guilt on the sexual attraction. Let us start with the first step. Make sure you have your pen and paper ready. Yes, because you're going to please settle down and keep your pen and paper ready so we can enter into this assignment. Yes. Let us now move on to the next step of the exercise, as we are going deep in the completion with our guilt patterns. The guilt which is created by our family. I used the lawnmower without asking my mother. The guilt which is created by society. I'm not interested in having kids at this time of my life. The guilt which is created by yourself. I am not following the social norms. Am I an outcast? After the society and family's conditioning, you will have your own rule and you will start creating your own guilt. Please write down the reasons for the guilt and all your guilt, one by one, very clearly. God may ask you, give your notebook, let me solve all the guilt. What all the guilt has to be cleared, write it very clearly, very consciously, and as deeply as possible by you. Verbalize it properly. Just now, my career has taken a good turn. I can do what I want to do. It does require me to give in my full potential and hard work. Having a baby now, I won't be able to give him, her the love I want to. Surely, caretakers and nanny is an option, but I want to raise my own kids, not how I was left unattended. What should I do? Soon I'll cross 35. I have heard about problems with having kids after 35 for both parents. What is the solution here? So many conflicts we are going through, so much self-created guilt that we are then projecting on the people in our team, our family and friends, co-workers, our boss. When we feel we're not capable of hitting the target in the job, when all these guilts build up, they will simply reduce the shine that we carry on our face. You will have seen people who are dragged down by the guilt that they have built up throughout their lifetime. You can literally see it in a person's face if they are bound by their own guilt, if they feel that they have done something which is unforgivable. But even the smaller things, if they just build up over time, they will remove the shine on our skin, take the light out of our eyes. You can see when someone has cleared themselves of their guilt patterns, the eyes will be vibrant and alive. The skin will be radiating the life force energy. Let us enter into this process to regain this vibrancy. That is something that can immediately be experienced when the person enters the room. It is something which is not seen with our physical eyes. It is something which is experienced immediately with our third eye. Requesting everyone to be sincere in this exercise. This is one of the very powerful completion techniques, one of the very deep sitting patterns that are limiting us in our day-to-day life. Let us now enter into this exercise. If you have any questions about the process, please let us know here in the Zoom chat or on YouTube or Facebook, wherever you're tuning in from. Let us know if you have any questions about how to perform this exercise as we get ready. Keep your notebooks with you and pen down in a detailed way the various different guilts that you have been manifesting. Let us now move to the next step of this exercise as we are going deeper and deeper into the guilt patterns. Just relax for 3 days with complete acceptance. If you relax for 3 days without the pull and push in the inner and outer worlds, are you going to lose all your wealth? Surely not. So there is no problem. In 3 days, you are not going to lose anything. Why don't you give it a try? Just for 3 days, sincerely, utterly accept everything in your life 100%. Let me relax. Okay, mom-in-law is asking for a baby. Inner space is not ready. That's the situation as it is. Let me accept. Let us all now get ready for the next segment, as we are going to learn about natural, healthy herbal drinks from the Prakrita Arogyapana, which is a series of 108 natural, healthy herbal drinks. As this whole day is all around healing, health, and how to build our body consciously, sculpting the body as you want. Let us learn about the great Ayurvedic remedies. First is the Dhruva grass juice. Dhruva being Synodon dactylon. Dhruva grass is the most sacred herb. In Hinduism, Dhruva grass is used for worshipping gods, especially Lord Ganesha. It has a lot of spiritual and medicinal benefits. The word Dhruva can be broken into 2 parts, Duhu and Avam, meaning that which brings that which is far away closer. It is cooling, sweet, fresh, and green. It will balance Kapha and Pitta, and it will help fulfill the thirst. It is anti-inflammatory, antiviral, antifungal, hypoglycemic, diuretic, anti-lithic, hypotensive, coagulant, anti-diabetic, antibiotic, and has even anti-cancer effects. Yes, it can be used as a drink and also for external applications. It is a very good alkalizer if you are suffering from high acidity. It contains 65% of chlorophyll and enriches the blood. According to Ayurveda, the body is comprised of 3 primary forces termed dosha: Vayu, Pitta, and Kapha. The state of equilibrium between the dosha is perceived as a state of health. The state of imbalance is disease. Each dosha represents characteristics derived from the 5 elements: space, air, fire, water, and earth. Herbs are used to heal the diseases of the mind and body and to foster longevity. Vata, Vayu, is responsible for all movements and sensations, including motor actions inside the body. Pitta is responsible for all the physiochemical activities of the body in the form of metabolism, production of heat and energy. And Kapha is the substance which maintains compactness in the body by providing the fluid matrix to it. Dhruva grass detoxifies. It detoxifies the entire system and helps boost the immune system. It helps to balance the Pitta component. It cures diabetes, psoriasis, eczema, HTN, menstrual issues, promotes eye health, heals wounds and inflammations. It helps in chest congestion, constipation, stress, and more. The recipe for this herbal remedy is: take 5 to 6 branches of Durva grass, around 10 centimeters long each. Wash them with salt water and cut them with scissors. Put the Durva grass in a blender along with some jaggery for taste. Add 2 pieces of cardamom, half a teaspoon of cumin seeds if needed, and add about 50 milliliters of water. Blend it properly and filter it. The mixture should be diluted in the ratio of 1 to 6. Yes, this is the recipe. We are also going to post this in the chat so you can make this drink for yourself. After we have covered all the great benefits of the Durva grass, let us enter into the next segment after just a very short break. Yes. With this, let us now enter into the next round of the power manifestation, the final round of the day. Let us again manifest the power of Mahima, one of the great Ashtamaha Shaktis, the great 8 powers. Let us start by measuring our body height. If you have just joined in, you can tape a small piece of paper to a wall at around your body height and take a book or anything which is stable and flat and a pen or pencil and draw a line at your body height to measure yourself against the wall. And then after the power manifestation, you can measure yourself again and compare the increase in your body height. Yes, requesting everyone to please settle down after this break. And let's get ready for the power manifestation. Yes, take a few moments and measure your body height as a prerequisite before we enter into this power manifestation. See, there's one incident where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has beautifully displayed the manifestation of this power, the change in height, where he playfully invited the Nataraja deity into the temple in Los Angeles. They measured the height of the deity before they were trying to bring him into the door, and they found that the deity was too tall. It was 2 inches too high for the door in the temple. And the people who were taking care of the temple and were responsible of bringing the Nataraja deity into the temple, they were frightened that they would not be able to get the deity in, and they were already planning of replacing the door frame itself, changing the size of the door to get the deity in. And Swamiji smiled and simply said, "Don't worry, it's going to fit." And when they tried, they said, "No, Swamiji, it's too big." And he just invited him in and said, "In you come." And when they started moving the Nataraja deity in, they found simply he would fit through the door. After measuring him afterwards, they found the size was still the same. So it was a temporary reduction in height, or maybe the door frame was increased in height. I'm not sure of that. But 2 inches, it is a solid manifestation of this power. Let us all now, I hope all of you were able to measure your site, or at least fix it in a place that you can compare afterwards. Let us now enter into this round of the power manifestation. Sit straight with the head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Join your hands in Namaskara Mudra in front of your heart center. Close your eyes, visualize Swamiji, and chant the Mahavakya. Visualize Swamiji sitting in your Ananda Gandha and manifesting this power through you. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Keep vibrating the Mahavakya as you hold the visualization of your own body height increasing.
Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
And now open your eyes and verify by measuring yourself again. And please let us know the result of your power manifestation and your experience overall in this day of Paramashivoham, full of healing experiences on every level. Thank you so much for joining us and staying with us to the very end. As tomorrow we're going to have a powerful day of completion with our gender identity, the Ardhanarishwara Darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in the night, and many powerful segments about the divine feminine consciousness throughout the whole day. I warmly invite all of you to join us again tomorrow. Thank you all so much for being here, as we are now concluding this day of Paramashivoham Level 2 with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Datsat Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Paduka Arpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Nithyanandam, everyone.